Hello and welcome. My name is Paul and today I'm excited to present to you one of our latest devices. We've got it in our case, so let's open it and see what we've got inside. Okay. In front of you we can see a lot of different components, but the most important it will be our 3D scanner called CobotScan. Let's unwrap it from the foil. Hold it in the middle, and what you can see out there, this is our 3D scanner. It's the stereo system with two detectors and one projector in the middle. On the rear panel we will have a lot of different ports, where the most important it will be our power port as well as USB Type-C port for the data transfer. This system have also two lasers on the sides of our object that will allow us to find out the middle point of the measurement volume. Let's move on to the next accessories in our case. And what is also quite unique, our CobotScan can be of course mounted and assembled with the robotic arms, but it can work also with just the stable version of the 3D scanner. So to do it, we've got the possibility to mount it also on the standard tripod, like we've got out there. Let's open our tripod, and as you can see, if you would like to work with more stationary place, you can just simply assemble all of those elements together and work also with our SMARTTECH3D Measure software. Next important element, it will be cables that will transfer all of the data and also the power to our devices. Standard set of the cables, they are connected together. Another power cable. And right now we can move to the really important accessories. What is also really unique in our systems, it's like it can work with two modes of the scanning processes. The first one, without any extra accessories, it will be scanning with the white color of the projection. That allows us to capture information about the texture of the object. But when we'll take another components, like for example those two filters, green filters, then we can remove a lot of noises. So we are going to get the informations of our object with the highest accuracy that we can achieve. So such an elements are really important in the really advanced scanning solutions. For the difficult geometry, it will be really good also if sometimes we will use small markers, like the stickers. But it doesn't mean we need to always use such an element to scan and align our objects. We can do it with the more advanced system, for example, the rotary stage that you can see on the sides. But this is all of the components that might be useful during just the working with the 3D scanner. Right now, I would like to start integrating everything and assembling all of the elements. We are going to do it together. Right now, we are going to connect our device with just the standard setup of the cables. Over here, we've got the power cable. This is the USB Type-C for the data transfer. We are going to connect those devices together to the computer that we've got on the back side. Okay, perfect. Now we need to connect the data transfer. And we are going to grab our scanner and slide it over here on the flange of our robotic arm. So we can just simply do it like that. We need to get the special kind of the position and secure everything together with the screw that is on the side of our flange. Okay, perfect. Right now we are going to turn on our scanner with the button on the rear panel. Perfect. And we are going to move on to our SMARTTECH3D Measure software. Let me grab just the keyboard and mouse. When we've got everything assembled, scanner is on the flange, cables are connected and also grabbed by the zip band, we can move on to the SMARTTECH3D Measure software, where everything is automatically controlled. What we need to do is to go simply to the Robot tab and press Initialize, just to connect all of the devices with the workstation. Okay, perfect. Right now, when we've got all of our systems connected, we can see that many different applications are unlocked. What we need to do at the beginning, it will be just simply making the measurements. Let's go to the measurement application and select one of the possible templates, measuring paths. By pressing Measure, we are starting the whole process. What we can see is like the robotic arm is going to the first position, and then the scanner is making the projection. After that, detectors are grabbing informations about the objects and transferring them to the workstation, where in our SMARTTECH3D Measure software, everything is automatically visualized. What is unique is that we can automatically align all of those elements and all of those scans together, and you don't need to use any kind of the markers to do it. Out there, the raw data is the point cloud that might be, for example, imported or used for the more advanced measurements. From that point, what it might be really important is that there are also some kind of delimitations with the robotic arms. For example, the length of those arms. In such situations, it's good to include another device that might help us to make the full digitalizations of our object. For example, out there we've got the rotary stage. Thanks to that, we can rotate our object and scan it from the many different positions. So what, if you would like to do it, we just need to press OK, make inactive our previous scans, come back to the measurement tab, and from the list, let's select another template. By pressing measurement, we are starting the whole process one more time. In this case, we are going to scan our object, and the rotary stage is going to move it to the next position. Thanks to that, also we will be able to see it on the visualization in the SMARTTECH3D Measure, where first scan appeared. After the second scan, it's going to be automatically aligned to the previous existing ones. So from that point, the whole process of the digitalization is much easier, and thanks to the rotary stage, you can just really set all of this, like the station and all of the working devices in the smaller area. So for example, also because of we are using the universal robot system, so like the cobot, we don't need to build the special gate that will secure the operator from any kind of the emergency situations. And actually that's how it looks like. We are still making the scans. After it, the robot is going to come back to the home position. We've got our scan prepared, like you can see out there. We can of course rotate. When I will zoom in really, a little bit closer, we can see all of those data, also the points cloud. And after that prepared object, we can move to the post-processing. So it's going to be cleaning all of the noises and then transforming into the triangle mesh. But we are focusing more on the robotic solutions. So let me show you one more thing. It's going to be preparing the template for your own purposes. So right now, let's press OK. Let's make all of the scans inactive, and let's move to the template manager. This application is used to prepare all of the positions. One more thing, the robot is not at the home position. So for example, if some of the operators are going to left our robotic arm with the scanner in not the home position, it's going to come back to it automatically. Perfect. Right now, on the left side of our SMARTTECH3D Measure software, we can press simply Add New Template. Let's name it. For example, in this case, set that free. And for now, all of the engines in the robotic arms are unlocked. The scanner allows us to turn on the lasers that will help us to find out the middle point of the measurement object. Measurement volume, in that case, we just need to simply change the position of the joints, and according to the lasers on the software, we can just find out where is going to be the best position to capture the first scan. When we've got our position of the robotic prepared, we can just simply press Add. When we've got the first position, let's move on to the second one. So for example, we can rotate everything together. Okay, that might be the second position. Let's grab another one from the top. Just like that. Press Add. And the last fourth position, maybe from the different angle. Oh, just like that. Add it to our positions. Another important thing, when I will scroll down this window, we can see all of the angles of each of the joint. So for example, actually that applications show us that you don't need to have the programmist knowledge to change the position of our objects. You can do it manually, or if you like to, you can set those values automatically thanks to those lists. Another thing is the rotary stage position, so we can also calculate and actually set the angle and the rotation of the rotary stage. Let's stay with those parameters that I've got out there. Last thing that we need to do, it will be validating this path just to make sure that it's not going to allow to any kind of the emergency situations. So let's press Save. The set 3 template, validate. During this time I can turn off lasers from our scanners, and the robot is going to repeat the whole of those movements with but it's going to be a little bit slower, just to allow the operator to simply, for example, press the emergency button if it's going to be needed. So as you can see, it's going to move to the first position, the second one, and it's going to make the full movement. And when we've got our trajectory validated, we can just simply press Enter. And just to show you that the first template that we made together, let's just simply go back to the OK, apply all of those changes. Then we are going to the measurement tool, press Enter, and in the end we've got the last set, number 3. So it's going to be the newest measurement. Right now robot is much faster. And of course, like visualization after it, the post-processing, so like cleaning noises, etc. For example, removing the plane, cutting some of the points that are not important in our case. Then we can transform it into the triangle mesh, or for example, prepare the model for the 3D printing. And those are the most important things when we are talking about the CobotScan robotic arm, in this case, universal robots. Of course, such a solution have many useful applications, and this is just one of them. Thanks, and see you next time.